I think it was iTunes downloads that your friend turned you onto that sort of suddenly made you realise at the beginning of all this that there was something going on, even before the movie was out there, before the whole thing took off. Are you still surprised when you see the kind of success this thing is having? It's pretty crazy over here in the UK that it's the most advanced ticket sales of all time, beating Harry Potter's Goblet of Fire, and the anticipation is pretty high up there. Does it still get you by surprise?
Oh, yeah, man. None of us can really come to terms with it. It's crazy. It started with iTunes, and now it's been like a worldwide phenomenon, and I can't believe it. It's incredible to watch kids from all different parts of the world, all ethnic backgrounds, finding some kind of connection to High School Musical.
I know the original plan for 3 was a sort of a Halloween theme, and then they said, well, on the senior year, the kind of end of schooling would be a better idea. And I know you were a little bit hesitant at one point about whether you'd go with this or not. Was it a big decision, or was it always sort of in the back of your mind that I really should sort of go one more round at least with this thing?
Well, there's always, you know, when you talk about doing a third movie, you just worry about saving the integrity of the first two. And we didn't know in what way the third movie would be approached. When we heard that they wanted to make it for the big screen, that was definitely a plus. And also, the theme wouldn't be Halloween. It was going to be about graduation, which I think is a very real issue. And it also signifies, you know, the transition into adulthood. So I thought that would be a great way to leave, you know, our legacy.
Of course, Disney aren't known to let a major successful franchise drop. So this idea that there is a High School Musical 4 in the pipeline, is that something that you've even considered, the possibility of even walking by and waving in the background or being part of in any way, shape or form?
I mean, our characters graduate. I don't know how it would work.
You could all fail and have to repeat the year.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, honestly, there's no one I've talked to High School Musical 4 about more than the press, because no one at all has talked to us directly about the fourth movie.
I suppose in many ways, second only Scientology, Disney is the biggest cult in the movie world, and that idea that they have, right now, they have dancing tweens and singing chihuahuas wrapped up, that whole market is theirs. I mean, is there a part of you that thinks, well, this is great and this is wonderful and I love it, but I've really got to, you know, be able to do other things, like not to be just part of this one particular kind of idea in people's minds?
Yes, absolutely. That's very important to me. Earlier in the year, before we filmed High School Musical, I was able to do 2 other movies. One's called 17 Again, and that's a family comedy, non-musical.
And it's in high school?
Well, in a way, right. In a way. And then also I was able to film a movie called Me and Orson Welles, which was directed by Richard Linklater. And that's about Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater Troupe in 1937 putting on their production of Julius Caesar. So that was more of a drama. So I'm already trying to branch out, you know, diversify.
I like myself, you're a fitness freak in incredibly good shape. And I don't know whether being Zac Efron right now, because of the attention that you have on you, is a huge amount of work, because, you know, obviously there's obviously a personal decision, I'd like to be in shape, but then you've now got an image that you've got to be aware that people watch you and look to you, and yeah, I don't know whether that's tough.
You know, it's, for me, it's always been about the work. It's been because I've enjoyed doing it. And everything else has been either a pleasant or unpleasant side effect. You know, so I'm just trying to be myself.
And the other side of it too, that you are just in the public eye now. That you seem to be kind of private, but I mean, with yourself and Vanessa, you've always sort of managed to dodge bullets on that and not be kind of too exposed. And yet, obviously, the whole media, as far as they're concerned, this is a wonderful relationship. And I guess you just don't want to go down that Heidi and Spencer Pratt kind of role where you're suddenly doing shots on a beach together and trying to do picnics together. And I mean, it's obviously very important to you not to be in the public eye when it comes to your private life.
Well, there's a very obvious trend in this industry, and the more public your personal life becomes, the more your professional career diminishes. And I don't want to, you know, fall victim to that.